The GTX 1080 is down to $450 again, and this time it doesn't even have a sale end date. As a result, GPU prices are only bound to go down even lower, so don't buy yet. Welcome to Hari's Hobbies. So before we go any further, I want to make it completely clear that these deals are really not as limited as they may seem. Even just right now, there is a Gigabyte card, a Zotac card, and the EVGA card available for $450. The EVGA card doesn't even have an end date, the Gigabyte card has 6 days of this sale, and the Zotac card has 4 days. There is also an EVGA for the Win card, but that is now currently out of stock. And there are multiple other 1080s in the 460s and 470s, so even if the current $450 deals end, there will definitely be other 1080s that will come to take its place. Because this is not just a random price drop, this is actually a trend towards $450. For the past several weeks, the GTX 1080 has been hovering in the low 500s or $500 range. But as the release date of the GTX 1180 is getting closer, the GTX 1080 is dropping towards $450. As a result, even if the current $450 deals on the GTX 1080 end, there will definitely be other GTX 1080s to take its place at $450 over the next couple of weeks, so there's really nothing to lose out on by waiting a little bit longer. Now, with that out of the way, GPU prices are going to drop even lower, and here's why. First of all, the reveal of the GTX 1180 is approaching very quickly on August 20th. Right now, many uninformed or skeptical buyers are going with the 10 series because they don't know about the 11 series or don't think that it will be coming very soon. But if the 11 series launch is official by Nvidia, then everyone will know that it's going to come out very soon and sales for the 10 series will significantly slow down instantly. As a result, retailers will have to offer even bigger deals in order to maintain their sales because they have a lot of excess inventory to get rid of as soon as possible. The release of the GTX 1180 may do nothing to 10 series sales because of how it is unreachable for most people, but with the release of more mid-level cards like the GTX 1160 and 1170, the sales for 10 series will definitely slow down. For example, the GTX 1170 will pretty much have the same amount of performance as the GTX 1080, actually probably a little bit better, but it will most likely come in at a little bit cheaper than what the GTX 1080 is at right now. So why would anybody go and buy a GTX 1080 when they can get the newest tech with better performance for a cheaper price? I know a lot of you guys are like, Nvidia is going to price the 11 series higher than the 10 series for it to still make sense to buy the 10 series. But here's the thing, Nvidia has already sold all their 10 series cards to retailers and it really isn't their problem anymore. Currently, it is a retailer's problem to sell all those excess 10 series GPUs. And so Nvidia is not going to jack up the prices of the 11 series, which will not only slow down the sales of the 11 series, but also make themselves look really greedy. Now granted, there may be a little premium for the new tech such as GDDR6 memory. For example, the GTX 1070 costed $380 at MSRP, and so the GTX 1170 may cost $400 or $430, but I really doubt that it's going to be $50 more than the MSRP of the GTX 1070, so really a maximum of $430. So really, the GTX 1170 is going to be in the low 400s, and no one is going to buy the GTX 1080 unless it is a lot cheaper at $400 or the high 300s. Just about everyone will spend an extra $20 to get the newest tech, so really the GTX 1080 would have to be in the high 300s for it to even make sense for the value buyers. So really, that is where the prices of the GTX 1080 are heading, so don't buy a GTX 1080 right now because there's still quite a drop to go. And that takes me on to my next point, which is that you should really give a strong consideration to the GTX 1100 series, because even though there are really huge discounts on the 10 series, the 11 series equivalents cost just a little bit more, but they give you more performance, you get to be on the 12nm architecture, and you even get GDDR6 memory. Plus, who doesn't like having the newest technology available? Really, the only drawback to the GTX 1100 series over the 10 series is that really only the Founders Edition cards will be offered for that price. The third-party variants are bound to be a little bit more expensive, so that does increase the price gap a little bit more. So, if you get an 1100 series card when it launches, you may have to spend $50 to $100 extra over the 10 series equivalent, but the 11 series does come with a handful of nice features, so it's definitely worth a consideration. So overall, there are some great discounts on a 10 series right now, but really we are only halfway through and there is a lot more discounts to come, so don't buy a 10 series card just yet. But really, in any case, I just recommend that all of you guys wait for the 1100 series because of how close it is. It is good to know all of your options before you buy, because after the launch of the 1100 series, you're really just bound to save even more money or get the newest tech available, so there's really no loss. So really, we are almost there, so please don't make a decision that you may regret after all of this time and make that whole wait worth it. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys this time. So how do you guys feel about this? How low do you think GTX 10 series cards will go, and which series do you think is more worth it? Make sure to comment down below what you guys think, because I do read all my comments and I'm curious as to what you guys think, so make sure to post your thoughts. Also, if you guys liked the video, then make sure to drop a like and consider subscribing if you would like to see more videos like this one. But until next time, this is Hari, and I'll see you guys on the next one.